This is Deep Dive. I'm Livingstone. Tanzanite, a unique gemstone with captivating hues of blue and purple, is proudly named after its country of origin, Tanzania. Despite its allure, Tanzanite's sales figures pale in comparison to the towering export numbers of gold and copper, which together make up nearly half of the country's export. The heavy reliance on minerals paints a picture of a resource-dependent economy in Tanzania. Recognizing the limitations of a singular economic focus, the Tanzanian government is actively seeking to diversify its economic portfolio, a strategy echoed by numerous other developing countries across Africa. In this special episode, I had the privilege of speaking with two distinguished guests, Mayor Abdallah Mtinika of Temeke, Tanzania,
because as a country, we can't depend on a single product.
And Mayor Constance Muleabai of Livingstone from neighboring Zambia.
We hope of creating more jobs and also sustainability of the economy, because
both of them shared insights into their respective countries' efforts to broaden their economic horizons beyond the confines of mineral exports. Our conversation took place on the sidelines of the 4th China International Consumer Products Expo in Hainan.
Minerals,
Yes.
they play a very big part of the export portfolio,
Yeah.
especially gold and copper, right?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on the importance of diversifying the export economy with, let's say, agricultural products or perhaps more?
Yeah, diversity economically is a good thing because as a country, we can't depend on a single product. And in a modern economy, and
Right.
Tanzania as a growing country, strategically, government is diversifying the various products to the market. And it help to avoid maybe if one product fails, the other can rise. And it also stimulates the economy. It creates jobs to various sectors, and also it increases business in various areas. So diversity is good, and it is a modern system of economy, and it is well practiced by the Tanzanian government.
I think in that our hopes and our thoughts is that in these exchanges and in these exports, we look at, we hope of creating more jobs and also sustainability of the economy, because we are dependent on that. Yes, we are dependent on the copper in Zambia, but we are also trying to expand on other projects. Like I said, agriculture is one of them, and science is one of them, and tourism is a huge impact. This is something that we really want to market.
More sustainable.
Yes, more sustainable.
Right.
My city is more sustainable. It is actually a tourist hub.
Right. Take
Yes.
Livingstone as an example. Like, what are these sustainable future industries that have been developed?
Yeah, Livingstone, for instance, like I said, we're a hospitality city. The main core employer is hotel. So we, as a Livingstonian, we want to tap into the Chinese expertise in, for instance, training in the hospitality industries. I think it's very important. And we can only benefit if there's these exchanges of our people coming to see how hotels run and work. Yes, we have a training institutes in Zambia, but it's not enough. People need to understand how other cultures and countries are able to welcome, receive, and treat international delegation, which we do because we have a good nature. Naturally, we are a hospitable nature kind of people, but we need to enhance on that.
On top of coffee beans, Tanzania also exports a diverse range of agricultural products, like cashew, coconut, which is also a product here in Hainan, and there's also corn, rice, and there also seems to be a rising chemical engineering industry, like cleaning beauty products, fertilizers, as I read. And I'm just wondering, what are the best-selling Tanzanian products here? Are there other products with the potential to grow in the Chinese market?
Yeah, apart from the main is cashew nuts and other oilseeds crops, and also Tanzania is a producer of minerals like gold and diamond, and also we have Tanzanite. And I think a lot of Chinese, they like gold, diamond, Also, these products of minerals also is penetrating in the Chinese market. For example, Tanzanite is only found in Tanzania. You can see the name Tanzania, the name of the mineral is Tanzanite. Only in Tanzania that it's found in. Therefore, we expect more market for the minerals also, and other products like coffee, as you said, and cashew nuts also penetrated to the market. And we have plans as a country to continue increasing the productions and output of those products that to put more to the Chinese market.
I think looking around, walking around, I saw that we have a potential here of exporting avocado, for instance. We are growing a lot of avocado at the moment in Zambia. Moving away from only tourism, like from my city, we're also venturing into agriculture. So we want to grow more. The other thing that Zambia really exports, and we have a huge number of it, is beef. So we feel we can also export beef, which we have at a commercial level. So beef, avocado, sugar is one of them. And I haven't seen any of our Zambian products having gone around in China, but I feel if China could tap into those imports, we would be able to sell our products here in China.
So there's still much potential, room for potential growth.
Yes.
And you mentioned avocado and sugar. And what have been the government's efforts in developing industries around these products?
Okay. Government is giving out loans. So as a government, we are actually encouraging people to venture into agriculture. So agriculture projects, some of them, they have duty has been removed to enable people export more machinery to assist them in the agriculture that we are trying to market. And then we want to grow more to export and to consume back home within the country.
Tanzania government under the president, Madam President Samia Suluhu Hassan, the first lady Madam President in Africa. She is doing a lot to support the farmers, especially who is growing cashew nuts, coconut, and other products, by supporting them, fertilizers and other government support like loans to them, bank guarantees, and other support during exportation of product to the outside countries like China. The Tanzania government is doing a lot to facilitate the trade, and even there is a Tanzania Chamber of Commerce. It's also supported by the Tanzania government. We know the Chamber of Commerce is the point where the business and plans and they meet buyers and sellers and they facilitate. And we are sure that our government is supporting well all the consumers and farmers, even the producers of various products.
So it is very important to diversify the economy with more products, not just being dependent on minerals like copper. And Mayor Muleabai, very briefly, what type of role do you think the Chinese market plays in this process of diversification of the Zambian economy?
I think because of the Chinese government's development and expansion, we want to tap into that because they play a major role, because we know where Chinese are visiting, we are guaranteed business. But we are not having enough of the Chinese people in our country, in Livingstone, in my town.
So tourism.
It's a tourism, yes. So I feel we are doing, but not enough to attract that market. But for instance, I want to give you an example. We just had what I spoke about the other day, the LICAF. It's the Livingstone International Culture Arts Festival.
Okay.
So in that festival, we have decided to expand it to other international. We had 5 international countries. China was one of them. Because we want to tap into the business of Chinese coming to Livingstone to not only showcase their culture, but to also appreciate what Livingstone has, which you don't have here, is wildlife parks. I've seen you don't have cats here, you don't have lions, seen a lot of coconuts, and you have no elephants to eat your coconuts. And we have a lot of such animals. In Livingstone, we have a national park. Be it the smaller, it's one of the smallest national parks in Livingstone. I think it's the 3rd. And then we have the mighty Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. And this is not marketed, because when you talk about the falls here, no one seems to know about it. So we are also expanding away from minerals, agriculture. We want to part into tourism, because tourism can sustain a nation?
The Chinese market, as you know, China is among the richest and grown country, big country economically, and Chinese market is very important for Africa and Tanzania in general, and it contributed a lot to facilitate and to help the Tanzania business to grow. Since to get market in China, you are assured economically. And also we have now seen also Chinese and Chinese companies coming, and they are growing to Tanzania. And we are enjoying, and we really support this connectivity between Tanzania and China, especially in trade.
Right.
Yeah.
So perhaps with 1.4 billion of people here, so any product can have a much potential for growth in the Chinese
It's a good market, and that is
Yes.
China is a wide market worldwide, and we as Tanzanian, I'd like to advise my fellow Tanzanians, farmers, other producers of various products to wake up, and I know the doors of China are open for the Tanzanian to come and trade. Yes, that's a good thing.
Right. Thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
China's expanding consumer market presents a significant opportunity, especially for resource-dependent nations like Tanzania and Zambia, seeking to diversify their economic portfolios. Last year, China's GDP surged by 5.2%, with consumption emerging as a primary growth driver, soaring by 9%. With its vast population and a rapidly growing consumer base, the Chinese market offers abundant potential for international products to thrive and expand. And that brings us to the end of this special episode of Deep Dive. If you enjoyed what you just heard, don't forget to follow us on your podcast platforms. Just search for Deep Dive. You can also leave comments to let us know what you want to learn about China and beyond. This episode is brought to you by me, Livingstone, and my colleagues Zhang Zhang and Qizhi. Special thanks to Mayor Abdallah Mtinika of Temeke, Tanzania, and Mayor Constance Muleabai of Livingstone, Zambia. I'll see you in the next one.